he the only reason why do not get violent.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Sign 6. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Taylor. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Check 24, check 24.
Now Taylor. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 2nd down now. It's Taylor, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go, son. Go, lady.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Darnold from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Off the play fake. Herbert. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
And the Raiders first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. From the gun, Herbert. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hold the look, hold.
Back to throw, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Got a man, it's Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
218, jump. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still play. Orbit. Y'all fine.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
But how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done? Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
52. Mike, 52. Hey,
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Raiders 12, Jets nothing.
You're sign. 52's the Mike. Check, 52's the Mike. I'm going to run you over.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Darnold. The big fella. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You don't
down.
want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
The give to Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he's got it complete to Anderson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They run with Taylor. And he works free. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. Fights loose. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go, son. Red 80. Here we go.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Hey, zoom.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch the safety, Red 80.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That one into the hands of Kane. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
If it's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other, and yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike's 56. You must be getting tired of seeing him.
Here's Taylor. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Kill. Check 3. Oh, lady.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Here we go.
Hey, Delta.
Here we go. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Ready?
Off play action. Herbert. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Going up top. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, wahoo! Hey.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Protein spell.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Ferguson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, Sam off.
Kill.
Back to throw. Herbert.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Topper!
Watch twist.
Hard. Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Thomas. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Taylor. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Play. Shift. Check 9.
They'll try the left side. Taylor, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively, put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Ready? Go! Tight go.
Twist on Travis. Ready?
On first down, Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 22, here's second and 8. They'll try the left side. Taylor, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check. Lucky. Lock.
Now it's Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, tight. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The sack by Jordan Willis. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Come on, take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Watch QB drop. Cloud. Check.
On first down, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Shift. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Recon, 132 fighter.
47-yard
Ready.
Play action. It's Darnold. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Open man is Anderson. Anderson loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Rock it. Hey!
On first down, Jacobs looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Jets' 46-yard line.
Ready?
54. Mike 54.
61. Matchbox light. Now.
To throw on second down. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Rip right. Alert flare.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Check Mike 54.
At the 11-yard
Mike 54.
line.
Not today, you are. Not today.
You're out.
Check three.
Shoot.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Tighten up. Pull it together. Slam.
Get it.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On first down, it's Taylor. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Oakland, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They LA they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist.